couple of states tied together through history and a couple of schools that share some common ground are going to lock horns once again in the battle for the Golden Boot. Welcome, everyone, to the home of the LSU Fighting Tigers, Baton Rouge and Tiger Stadium. As we'll see a squad from the SEC, the Arkansas Razorbacks, taking on a team from the playoff a year ago, the LSU Tigers. For EA Sports College Football, Reese Davis with you alongside David Pollack and Jesse Palmer. Time to get this game started. The Razorbacks will put total leather to crank us up. He'll bring it back from inside his 5. Just never had a chance to shake loose, and he'll be brought down at the 24. The Tigers offense will get first crack at it here. The Bayou Bengals flex on their boot rivals the last time these two met and won it easily.
LSU made an example of Arkansas the last time they played. You talk to a lot of LSU fans and they say, we think about Alabama, we think about Georgia, we think about Ole Miss. They took little brother Arkansas to the woodshed the last time they played.
And I can just tell you, as a fan of the sport, when you hear that little brother, that ticks me off. So I know it ticks off Arkansas Razorback fans, and they want some revenge, and they want that boot.
Halfway there on first down, it's 2nd and 5. Caught in the backfield, it's good. Works his way out to the 36-yard line before being pushed out of bounds.
I like the slot receiver because he gives his quarterback a good option working the middle of the field. He's a nice weapon in this offense.
He'll keep it himself, finding an escape route. And he's to the 48-yard line. That'll be good enough for a first down.
Man, this defense has to be better. You have to stop the first part of the option, and that is the quarterback. And he gets loose. He gets the first down, another set of downs. They need to figure out this plan and how to stop this quarterback.
From the gun, they'll try to impose their will.
Yeah, and listen, offensively, you run the RPOs, you just want positive yards, make the right read the guy. If he wants to drop back a little bit, hand it off, get some positive yards, go on to the next play.
Motion from the wideout. Off the play fake. Quarterback feeling that pressure, and he's knocked down at the 42.
When it's a play-action pass, that quarterback, he really has to sell the fake. He can't tell his offensive lineman's getting beat right away while he's selling the fake. He had no shot.
On 3rd and long, hoping to throw beyond the sticks. Got a man, it's Harbor. And a nice grab there, big pickup down to the 35-yard line. Man down on the play as the officials take a break to let him be checked out. LSU getting set on 1st and 10. Get set, get set. We'll send the tight end in motion. Fires to the big fella. Open space at the 25. Stopped and forced out of bounds at the 21-yard line, just outside the red zone, and they are looking to get one in here. The Tigers kept this drive moving on the ground, now back to work. Used the play fake, now to throw. Looking to the big tight end. Just a little bit too much juice on that one as the freshman was taking a shot.
Well, the good news is he did a nice job reading the coverage. He knew exactly where to go with the football that time. Just a little bit too much on that pass. You wonder if that's just nerves. He's got to settle himself down a little bit.
He'll pull it on the read. Turning it on. They bring him down, but not before he's able to pick up the first down.
And that's a nice job by this QB. Great job. You show patience, right? Like, if they don't come take me, I'm going to keep running. That's how I go pick up another first down, move the sticks, and this offense can keep churning. On the option.
And now on the pitch, the ball's loose. Inside the 50.
You had to wonder about this guy's confidence coming into this one. He put it on the ground in their last game. They lost. He had to hear about it all week long in the media, and now he's just put it on the ground again.
This crowd bringing the energy and noise early. Caught. Ran through the tackle, and he's got room to run. Brought down at the 20-yard line after ripping off the big play. And the Razorbacks have pushed it inside the 20. Looking to throw on first down. He's got an open man. And he'll haul it in and take it to the end zone. Touchdown, Razorbacks! And it feels good to land that first big punch against a rival, doesn't it?
No doubt. In a game like this, too, you just want to be executing it at a high level early. So, David, that's got to feel great getting on the board first.
And settles everyone down. All the nerves, all the emotion of this rivalry game. Now everybody can kind of settle in because you know you already got a touchdown on the board.
Just never had a chance to shake loose, and he'll be brought down at the 24. LSU will dive into the playbook here on offense. That fumble in plus territory just ruined that last drive, David.
Yeah, and those are frustrating when you got the offense moving a little bit.
There he goes! Out across the 30 mark, down to the 35 after the 10-yard gain. LSU doing what it always does when they're really good, moving the ball on the ground.
Yeah, trying to find that physical. They get so many great players across the country. LSU has the pick of people in Louisiana. Everybody wants to come there, and you can tell they always find great talent, and they're always able to run the football.
A confident, tough, efficient run gets it up to the 44.
It's got to feel good as an offense knowing that early in the drive you can turn around, hand it off, get a push up front, and go get positive yardage.
To the air, it's Owens. All kinds of room to throw that one in there. They just gashed the defense on that one, and they've got it down to the 23.
Well, after that last play, you can see how electrifying this guy is and how special he is after he makes the catch. If I'm on offense, I'm trying to find a lot of ways to get him touches in this game.
Pulls it in. It's Rice. They'll say he stepped out of bounds right at the 17. Looks as if we have an injury on that last play, and we'll take a break to check him out. The Tigers with a 2nd and short to keep this drive moving. From the red zone, it's Yoder. He stopped at the 14-yard line, and they'll stay on the attack from there. After the last run, would you just give it to him again on 3rd down? They'll try to move the chains on the ground. Got some room after the goal line. And he's loose, and he'll take it to the house. Touchdown, Tiger. Looking for the time with the extra point. Follow the blockers. The offensive line will take you to the hallelujah land.
And I tell you what, most of the time, Reese, it requires a little bit of skill to find that hole and, slither through a little crack. That was not a crack. That was wide open. Didn't take a lot of vision because the blocking was outstanding.
And he passes on the touchback. Here he comes. That is a decision he will likely regret. He brings it out of the end zone, and he's knocked down at the 10. The Hogs send that offense back onto the field. Last drive went for 6. We'll see if they can do it again. They'll snap it from the 10 for the first play of this drive. They go to the ground. Plows through the defense. Rumbles ahead for 6 and all the way out to the 16. The Razorbacks can really attack on this 2nd and short. Looking for a physical attack from the gun. He'll make the stop at the 21 after a pickup of about 5. Ball spotted at the 21. It's 1st down. The RPO, fire complete to the left. He'll be forced out of bounds at the 28-yard line as this offense tries to mount a drive. And the Razorbacks with myriad options after that big pickup on 1st down. From the shotgun, the handoff to the back. And he surges up to the 36-yard line, and they'll move the chains.
Wow, the running back there showing you his skill set as he's able to rip off that one for a first down.
The Razorbacks have their offense in high gear. Coming out on first down with the play fake. Finds his tight end. Some rivalries forged in excellence, some in geographical proximity, and that's what we have once the Razorbacks joined the SEC. Someone had the brilliant idea, we need a big golden boot that looks like the two states, and it's one of the most hotly contested rivalry games of the year.
And big is the right word. It's 4 feet tall. It's 200 pounds. It's 24-karat gold. Palmer, this is the trophy you want to win. There's some bad trophies out there, but this boot is a big deal.
It fills your trophy case. It's got girth. It's got weight. You appreciate that. I know everyone's going to say, no, Italy's the boot. No, it's not. Louisiana, Arkansas, and the Golden Boot Trophy. That's what it's all about.
Trying to move the sticks on third down through the air. Punts it out of the air. And they reacted well to the completion, but it was too late to keep them from getting the first down. We are right back where we started, all tied up after the first period as we take a look at the stats. So first down here as they go back to work. Gonna look downfield again. Quick strike complete. They stop him almost immediately. Short gain there, and still a little ground to cover to pick up the first. And the Razorbacks in a good spot here with second and short. Wants to go up top. Unloads to the wideout. Sweet throw and catch along the sideline. It's enough for the first down. Man down on the play as the officials take a break to let him be checked out. The Razorbacks getting set on first and 10. He leaves it with the back. They get him stopped at the 26, but boy, that was an attitude run. A pickup of 6.
Coaches always harp about staying ahead of the chains, and when you can run with that type of efficiency on first down, man, you are doing just that.
And the Razorbacks can play this second down a lot of ways with just a few yards to go. They're trying to slow that rush down with the draw. And the defense holds firm. No pickup at all on that play.
I tell you, they tried to go draw in the middle of the field. That back had nowhere to go with the football. He was tackled right away for a loss.
They are calling for their defense in Baton Rouge. A huge third down coming up. From the gun, wants to pass. Working the middle, it's complete. That'll be enough for the first down, and now they've got it at the 15-yard line. The Razorbacks didn't start this drive with great field position, but they have moved methodically down the field. From the red zone, looking for a receiver. Quarterback feeling the pressure, and down he goes at the 22.
All right, offense has got to be better. You've done a nice job. Football to this point in the red zone, but now you can't go backwards. You've got to be able to get rid of the football if it's not there, and that was a terrible play giving up the sack.
Now facing second and long after the defense came up with that sack. Off the RPO, complete. That one takes it down to the 13-yard line.
Man, this guy is so dynamic, and that's why you want to try to get him the ball as many ways as you can. That time it's a screen throw, and he had some nice blocks downfield, but with his speed and elusive running ability, this dude is dangerous.
Here's the pressure. And he was drilled just as he released the pass. It's incomplete.
And how about this young fella? Who's slinging the pill, man. His completion percentage is through the roof. Dude, he's over 80% right now. Everything he's throwing is working. Using the whole field, using multiple receivers. He looks like a different cat from what we've seen all throughout the season.
And he kept that one just straight enough to graze inside the left upright. And guys, after the field goal, now they have the lead. On the move from inside his 5. Really disciplined job by the coverage unit to get down there and make the stop at the 19. The Bayou Bengals will run the offense out onto the field. They'll open this drive, hoping to move it down the field. A touchdown would give them the lead. Now they'll run it to the right here. He breaks a tackle. Past the first down marker and still running. He's brought down at the 29 after a 10-yard gain. They'll start this one from the 29 on first down. Use the play fake, now to throw. Steps to his left, out of the pocket. And this will be incomplete. A big hit there forces second down. This rivalry picked up steam when the Razorbacks joined the SEC. And, man, some of the names that have had moments. Darren McFadden, Felix Jones, Matt Jones, Joe Burrow, Justin Jefferson. All of it over a golden boot.
And been playing since 1901. You think about all the great rivalries in college football, especially in the South. This is one of the best ones here. Not only has it been in the same conference, but they've played a lot of times, David, and it gets hot every time they meet up.
And the boot is the shape of Arkansas with the shape of Louisiana, so obviously close proximity, bragging rights on the line.
It'll be third and long. Wide receiver going in motion. To the air, it's Owens. Bought a little time, lets it go. Catch in the middle, it's Rice. He knew exactly where he wanted to go with that one, and they've got enough for the first down. We asked earlier this week, who's your favorite receiver? And of course he said the open one, but we know who he really wants to go to on third down.
The best one. I mean, I think the open one, obviously.
It's the same wide open. He's finally shot out of bounds at the 23-yard line, and a big pickup on that one. That big play flipped the field. Now they go to work from just outside the red zone. From the gun, they'll give it on the inside. After the productive first down play, it's 2nd and 6. Back to pass. Fires to the tight end. That completion gets them inside the 10, and the defense is running out of room to defend. So now with first and goal, let's see what LSU does here. They'll wrestle him down at the 4-yard line after that run. Looks as if we have an injury on that last play, and we'll take a break to check him out. 2 of their 3 red zone trips have come up empty. They'd like to punch it in here on 2nd and goal. He'll do it himself. And he'll step into the end zone. Touchdown, Tigers!
The defense has got to do a better job of taking the most dangerous man. That's the guy with the football in his hands. Force him to do something with it. You can't just let him keep the ball and go score.
Lining up for the PAT. And with the extra point, they're up 14-10. And let's check in with Kevin Connors in the studio. Kevin?
Guys, we've got a final score for a notable game today in the American. Army pulled into town on a mission, and they're hightailing it out of here with a huge win. Veni, Vidi, Vici. I came, I saw, I conquered. And that's precisely what the Black Knights did. Always fun to see 2 of the better programs in the American duke it out. A good barometer for both coaches, fellas.
And Kevin Connors keeping an eye on everything all over the country. Sounds like they had a good one there. Off the play fake on first down to throw. I don't think that's the way they drew it up. Incomplete.
One of the things I love about this kid is that he goes to work. He struggled his last game out, completed less than 50% of his throws. So back to the drawing board, back to fundamentals, and you can see that paying dividends in this game. I know he just threw an incompletion, but for the most part, this guy has been spot on.
Pulls and fires it complete to the right.
And that's what I love about this offense. You're not going to get all of your big chunk plays in the passing game by throwing it deep down the field. You can kind of dink and dunk. And on that RPO play, they had it dialed up and set up to go to that player in the right flat. Nice job.
Better get that seismograph ready here in Death Valley. Huge third down coming. They'll try to get the first through the air. Quarterback feeling the pressure, and down he goes at the 22.
I don't mind the aggressive nature by the offense there. It's third and short, everyone expecting runs, so you're going to go pass and try to take a shot, but you've got to do a better job protecting the quarterback.
First boot of the day is on its way. He was called on 3 times in that loss last week. Excellent coverage that time. Didn't give him any room to set up a big return. LSU will dive into the playbook here on offense. That last touchdown drive was surgical through the air, Jesse.
It sure was, and that's why this offense is so dangerous, David, because they can score in a hurry because of how efficient they are throwing the football.
And welcome to modern college football. That's what it is. Spread you out, find my playmakers, make quick decisions, and really put defenses in a difficult situation.
A really nice run and gain, and he gets down to avoid taking punishment. And the Tigers want to pick up the tempo. They'll move the wide receiver. Wants to throw on first down off the play fake. Fires to the wide out. Got his man to the left. Inside the 25, stopped at the 24. Clock will stop to move the chains. Inside the 25, they'll snap it from the 24. First down. Running to the left. Really good running. Gets it into the red zone, and they'll have it at the 16. The offense will have to use its first timeout of the half. The Tigers with a second and short to keep this drive moving.
29 Philly. 2-9 Philly.
Looking downfield, it's Owens. Under fire. Got some room, headed to the goal line. They'll finally get him stopped at the 1-yard line. What a run there. LSU lining up first and goal. They'll try to slam it in. He's going to lose a yard on that one.
Yeah, what a great job by the defense. You got to understand, it's physical time, right? They want to run the football when they start getting inside the 5. Nice job getting penetration, getting the tackle for the loss.
Can the defense stop them again on second and goal?
42 Spider. 4-2 Spider.
He'll ride his man on the option. The pitch. Touchdown LSU! Excellent pass by the back on the option.
You know, there's so many coaches out there in 2-minute situations at the end of the half with the lead that'll just be happy taking the lead into halftime. This guy's staying aggressive, though. Pedal to the metal, David, and you saw it paid off there for the touchdown.
And let's finish this half now. Now, we got a nice lead. Built a little bit of lead, but the defense has to go back out there. There's still a little bit of time, so get that stop to keep that momentum you just got, and everybody will be jacked up at halftime.
And Arkansas ready to send out this offense. They really didn't move the ball at all the last time they had it, hoping for better fortune this time around. Inside 30 seconds to play in the half. We'll see how aggressive they are on this drive. They'll try the run. And maybe he'll get back to the line of scrimmage, but no more than that.
And this offense on first down, man, they go backwards. And they built a deficit, and they've been sluggish. And they just need something to get going, to get started, because they've kind of looked out of sorts and out of rhythm this whole game.
And he's able to get some positive yardage before he's brought down, and that'll bring us to halftime. Just about set to get this second half underway. And it'll be a touchback. The ball will come out to the 25-yard line. The Hogs send that offense back onto the field. Trailing by a couple of scores, they'd like to generate some confidence here early in the third quarter.
Down 2 possessions, the coaching staff met in at halftime, and they've probably scripted this opening drive, just like they do at the start of the game. They've now got an idea of what plays they feel most confident in, what plays their quarterback is seeing the best to go out here and execute a scoring.
Well, and it's nice to get the ball first. Like, I got the first opportunity to close the gap a little bit, apply some great game pressure to these guys. So I think getting the ball first, driving down, scoring right here would be huge.
Wide open downfield. A huge play, and they get it all the way to the 45-yard line.
That's a really nice looking throw, and I'll tell you, he fits in great with this offense because there's been this philosophical shift recently in the SEC offensively. It used to be you had to run the football. I formation, 3 yards in a cloud of dust if you wanted to win. But today, though, you have got to be able to throw if you're going to win. You think about all the great offensive play callers now in the SEC, all the Heisman Trophy winners that have played recently at the QB position. You got to do it through the air, and this guy in Arkansas gives them a chance.
Working well behind the sticks on second down. Looking to fire. And that's going to fall to the ground incomplete. That was a physical matchup there. Third down coming.
My job is to make sure that ball comes loose. And I got to go through that guy, use my shoulder pad, drive my feet, and really be physical. Because if he bobbles it at all, or as soon as his hand gets to the ball, you can tell the difference when that body jerks forward and that ball starts to come loose and pop out.
And the Razorbacks are moving quickly down the field. Off the play fake on first down. Out of the backfield, he's open. How about that elusiveness? He's got space. Dragged down, but they'll move the sticks for a first down.
Well, you haven't seen a lot of incompletions from this guy now in his last 2 games out. Completed over 70% of his throws last week. He's doing it again in this game. As a head coach, you got to love the fact that your quarterback is dialed in.
Looking to pass inside the red zone. They get enough rush, and it pays off. The sack at the 20.
And that is a huge play for the defense. Offense has it in your red zone. You're trying to knock them out of field goal range. The only way you do that is by creating negative plays, and they get the sack.
Second down, and this crowd is turning it up a notch. Wants to go up top. Caught in the backfield, it's Marshall. And good coverage by the defense, just a short gain.
This is no surprise to defenses anymore. Everybody throws wide receiver screens, and you could tell they were ready for it. They saw the quick game, they pounced on it, got the wide receiver on the ground. That's not the first time they've seen that.
The crowd getting behind this defense as they try to get a stop in the red zone. On third and long, he's going to have to throw for it. Fires left. He's got it. Huge game before he goes out of bounds, and now they've got it first and goal. This dude is just exceptional in every facet. So fluid, such a great route runner, and a big play there.
And money down, third down, find him. I mean, you want to find that matchup because he's going to win, and gets a good release, gets down the field. You see that's your playmaker, that's your guy. Get it to him, get the
into the end zone he goes. Touchdown, Arkansas.
Good, tough, physical running, driving through the defense on his way for a touchdown. I just love the pad level this guy plays with his shoulders square to the line of scrimmage. He's just able to absorb contact and stay on his feet. Can't do it any better than that.
He's got it. Two-point conversion is good, and now they're within a field goal. So it's an 80-yard drive. They're coming out to tee it up for the kickoff, and that last score was a real buzzkill for this crowd. And he takes this from inside the 5. He was looking for more running room, but none to be found as he stopped at the 23. The Bayou Bengals will run the offense out onto the field. They're still holding the lead, but hoping to flex a little muscle on this drive. To throw, it's Owens. Pocket breaking down. Grabbed over the middle, it's Rice.
Execute the end route. How about the arm strength by the QB? That was an absolute bullet on that completion.
Clock ticks across the 4-minute mark here in the third. On the run, it's Yoder. Good, solid pickup on that one. They've got it out to the 40, and it's first down. He's now up to 66 yards on the ground in this one, and now sets his sights on a 1,000-yard season. To the ground, he's got it again. And he'll pick up 1. It brings up 2nd and 9.
Man, it's really hard to control the running game if you don't control the line of scrimmage. And how about the defensive line doing a great job attacking those guys up front, not open up lanes to run through. Nice job just nullifying that run altogether.
Going to swing it on 2nd down. Under fire. The freshman called his own number and kept his drive moving.
These guys aren't human. I mean, they got to survey the field, throw the football, make deep passes, and then guess what else? They pull the ball down, take off, and make big chunks of plays on the ground. It's just impossible to be on defense nowadays.
LSU with the 1st and 10 here. They've got him looking run. Now they're going to throw it. Deep shot for the end zone. It's picked off, and they ruin the drive with a turnover. Picked up a few extra on that return, but what a play by this defense to get the football. And Arkansas ready to send out this offense. They closed the gap on their last drive. Now an opportunity to take the lead if they can score here. To the ground with the back. He's going to lose a yard on that one.
I got to be honest, I am shocked at just how well the defense has played in this game, especially stopping the run. We talked about statistically how they've struggled this season, but they have put the clamps down in this one, and they're just playing with a ton of intensity.
Didn't get much done on that first play of the drive. It's 2nd and 11. Swings it out to the flat. He's close to the first down, but they're going to mark him just a little short.
Listen, running backs are not just running backs anymore. You're going to be a wide receiver in today's football. A great job sneaking out of the backfield, getting the football, letting them get some positive yards.
Oh, he's got some space. And he'll pick up the first down, but he got drilled on that tackle.
What an individual effort there by the quarterback on the RPO, because everybody was covered. He just takes off, and he shows you his ability out in the open field. He's like a running back. He's got great vision. He's got the speed. He looks so natural when he's in the second level carrying the rock. Huge gain on offense by the Q. I love it on that play.
Oh, and he's going backwards. Defense not fooled at all by the Wildcat. Man down on the play as the officials take a break to let him be checked out. Lost 1 on that last one. It's 2nd and 11. Back to pass. Using the quick game. They make the stop, trying to pick up just a little bit at a time to get to that first down marker.
Yeah, and you see running backs in today's football, they play a wide receiver basically for you, but you got to find a guy that you can throw it to, and you know he's going to catch the ball consistently.
They are calling for their defense in Baton Rouge. A huge On the gun, wants to pass. Oh, it's picked off. Oh, at the worst possible time. He'll try to take it back. Touchdown, Tigers! What a play. Not only the interception, but the great return for the score.
And the free safety roaming the middle of the field, you can see just reading the quarterback's eyes. And how about the break on the football, taking a great angle to pick it off and then do some damage and make the big play for this defense to score some points.
And for a quick update, let's go to Kevin Connors in the studio.
Guys, a couple of Mountain West teams colliding in a game that could have some implications. New Mexico has the lead right now, but if this team has taught us anything over the years, it's that no lead is safe inside University Stadium. They are up by just one over Utah State. Any change of momentum, any notable highlights from Mountain West country, they'll let you know, fellas.
And how about that one? Kevin will be keeping an eye on everything going on elsewhere. Quick pass on the fly motion. Can't get him to the ground. He is stopped behind the line of scrimmage. They'll lose yards on that one.
Really good job by the defense, seeing it and going and getting it. Nice job understanding the touch pass. It could happen. Those guys go in motion, man. I got to understand, safety's got to see that, start flying down, getting ready to play that. Nice job by the defense being ready for that play.
He just got rid of that one to save the down. Didn't see anything he liked.
Well, you haven't seen a ton of incompletions in this game, and that's good news for this QB. Obviously, he struggled his last game out. Part of that was the defense. Part of that was him not playing as well as he wanted to. But in this game, he really has been, for the most part, locked in, and that is a good sign for this offense.
Fires. It falls incomplete, and will change ends of the field to get things started back up. Guys, LSU has the lead here. Let's take a quick look at the national rankings to see how this playoff race is shaping up. Not only is the scoreboard on their side, but so too is time as we open the fourth. The Razorbacks decide to punt it away. This will be the second time they've had to kick it away. Looks it all the way in, and now turns his attention upfield. The solid return there offsets some of the punt yardage and really sets up this offense nicely. LSU will dive into the playbook here on offense. Boy, they had that last drive moving a little bit, David, but then the mistake just crushed them.
Yeah, and those mistakes are going to happen. You're going to throw the football, you're going to throw interceptions. But I think I stay aggressive with this offense. I get back to what I did in the first part of that drive, what made me successful.
I agree, David. Just turn the page if you're a quarterback, right? On this drive, you did a lot of good things there leading up to that pick. Forget about it, move on, play the next play.
The Tigers can really attack on this second and short. They'll give it to the back. All down, but he has enough to move the chains.
Well, the defense didn't blitz. They didn't have everybody in gaps, and the offensive line took advantage at the point of attack, getting some push, opening up a hole, and the offense ripping off a nice run there.
Rushes on him. And a nice pickup on the run and gets down to avoid contact.
And I love the change in decision-making, right? That was a much better job. Last possession, tried to force it in there through the interception. This possession, it's not there. Take off and scramble. Great job. You got enough athletic ability to do that. Big third down conversion by this offense.
That's reeled in. It's Yoder.
I love an offense that wants to stay aggressive. Even when you've got the lead late in the game like this, right, you still try to find your playmakers and get them the ball in space, and that is exactly what this offense is doing.
And the Tigers with myriad options after that big pickup on first down. They'll leave it with him. Pulled down after a nice run, and they're in the red zone at the 19.
I think you have to like what you see if you're the coaching staff here. Your offense is on the field, and it looks like you got a pretty good drive going. And you're just going to try and keep this thing marching, keep the clock ticking. You got to...
Got some room, headed to the goal line, and he waltzes in for the score. Touchdown, Bayou Bengals. That one puts them in really good shape to get back on the right track and get another W.
And a lot of times late in football games, you'll see offenses get really, really conservative with the lead. I like how this offense didn't go against the clock. They stayed within themselves. They stayed true to who they were. And now, big-time advantage, big-time lead, up by 17 in the fourth quarter.
The Hogs send that offense back onto the field. They didn't get much done the last time they had it, and to punt it away from deep in their own territory, hoping this drive will be more productive. Interception, and things are going from bad to worse. He goes down after the short return, but what a play to get the football back.
And that's such a great job of seeing the play, seeing it unfold, breaking on the football, making the interception, and you will absolutely never forget getting that first career INT, that big play, that big moment.
Makes the catch. It's Harbor. He's brought down quickly. Minimal gain there. Still a bit short of the first down.
This quarterback right now is in a groove, and he's doing a nice job in pre-snap. He's reading the coverage, and he's getting an idea of where he wants to go with the football. That's why the ball's coming out of his hands so quickly, and that's why he seems like he's in a great rhythm right now.
Here comes the heat. Pressure is effective from the defense. They knock him down just behind the midfield stripe at the 48.
And this quarterback, man, you've seen him have some success, so you know he'll take off and run. The defense was ready, man. Nice job. This second half, this is a critical part of it. Don't let him beat you with his feet.
Now the play fake. He took a hit as he threw it and couldn't deliver the football. It's incomplete, and fourth down's coming.
QBs and receivers on third down, everything has to happen just a split second sooner. You're expecting pressure, the quarterback gets hit, just not on the same page with his target.
On fourth down, going to the air. Throws to the wideout. Hauls it in easily enough for the first down. Really good surge for this offense. They move the chains, and he's got it at the 34.
You got to give this quarterback a ton of credit because he showed tremendous confidence on that throw. That wasn't just trying to throw to the sticks. That was being aggressive and throwing it down the field. Not a high percentage throw, but he had confidence in his guy to win one-on-one, and they keep the drive alive.
They stop him almost immediately. Short gain there, and still a little ground cover to pick up the first. Here comes the offense on second down. Just keep slinging it. A shot toward the end zone. And that's going to be incomplete. Going for broke on second down, but third down's coming up.
And that's just a huge missed opportunity on offense. QB missed his guy wide open in the end zone. You might not get another clean look like that in the rest of this game.
Oh, the quick spin move. They finally get him stopped, and this veteran junior running back comes up with a nice play.
This quarterback is making outstanding decisions so far in this game, and you've already seen it throwing the football. The guy already has over 200 yards passing, but he's doing it in the running game as well. Really good decision that time. Seeing nobody accounting for the pitch guy, you flip it out, you pick up a nice play offensively. Really good football IQ from the quarterback position.
They'll get him stopped just short of the end zone, but they're in business here with a first down.
A little bit surprising, not going to lie. You got a big lead like this late in the game, and you're still throwing for it and being aggressive. But, hey, man, it's working. And if it's working, keep calling him, I guess.
A little screen to the running back. Touchdown, LSU! And the punishment has been extended. They are seizing control and taking away hope as they push out the lead in this Week 8 showdown. They've extended this lead, guys, but sometimes in a rivalry game, you get down and you fight back that much harder.
Man, you've seen crazy comebacks and crazy swings of momentum in rivalry games. You just need that first thing to break your way, Paul.
I think it really comes down to their key playmakers, David. They can come back, but these guys need to take ownership. Now's the time. In this type of game, they have got to step up and start making plays.
Out of the chute, quick toss to the right. He'll be forced out of bounds right at the 30-yard line as they try to grind out some room.
I know a lot of people don't like to prevent yourself from winning, but when I'm up by 3 scores in the fourth quarter, I am not giving up a single big play. I'm letting you check it down, throw it in front of me. I'm going to tackle you. I'm going to let that clock tick because I am up and that clock is running out.
Fires to the tight end. That's the kind of play that can really get you going as they have a first down at the 43. Pass completion, move the sticks, and let's see if they try it again. Wide receiver comes in motion. Wants to go up top on first down. Working that left side now. He puts him in business across the 50 into the 46-yard line. It'll be first down.
And in this offense, you know, as a quarterback, you're going to get opportunities to put up some pretty big numbers. You've been impressed watching this guy play early this year. With that last pass completion, he's now already over 2,000 yards on the season.
Flips it out on the screen.
And this game is obviously out of hand. But I think the fans would argue, too, at this point, like, all right, well, let's not throw checkdowns, right? Let's throw some deep balls and continue to open up this offense and keep fighting. I think that's what you want to see. You want to see your squad not quit. Keep fighting until the very end of the football.
And the first guy couldn't get him, but the second one does, but not until he picks up the first down. The offense will have to use its first timeout of the half. And the Razorbacks back to the line on first down. Let's see if they keep leaning on this running game. Pressure coming. Good quickness to grab it off the deflection. And he's brought down after a nice gain. He got a hand on it and deflected it, but probably just got a bruise off that missile and gave up the completion.
Yeah, not used to handling the revolutions on that football. QB zipped it in there. Nice job getting the deflection, getting your hand on the football. That's what you're supposed to, find the football, but the offense got the break and got the completion.
And the physical play there forces the incompletion on first down.
And this defense has put a game together. Like, it is hard to put all the facets of defense together. Run defense, pass defense. They've been so good, man. Dialed in, you could tell.
Going for it all. And here's the third interception of the night. They get him on the ground after the turnover, but there is a flag on the field, and we'll see if that will be a reprieve for this offense. This offense plenty happy enough with the result of that play, so they just let the official put that flag back in his pocket and decline the penalty.
29 Philly.
Looking to throw, it's Owens. It's complete on the right side. Makes the grab almost to the first down marker, but a good pickup on that one. LSU quick to the line. They'll go to the air on second and short. Got him downfield. They'll make the stop, but that first down ought to ice it, and they should be able to kneel this one out. 2 set of downs after the completion. Wants to adjust the pattern. Wants to throw on first down. Just a short pass to the tight end. They make the stop, trying to pick up just a little bit at a time to get to that first down marker. The offense uses a timeout to stop the clock, and they'll get a quick breather. The Tigers in a good spot here with second and short.
42 Spider. 4.
Looking to fire. Unloads to the wideout. A strike downfield. And we have breaking news. They score yet another touchdown.
Salt into wound, right? Late in the fourth quarter, you can run the football, run this game out. No, sir. I'm going to continue to pad my stats, find my receiver out wide, and get me another touchdown.
Let's go to the studio now and check in with Kevin Connors. Kevin, what do you got?
Guys, it is now a final in the Big Ten, and a game I think a lot of folks will want to see. Nebraska went into hostile territory and came away with a convincing victory. The Huskers always seem to get everyone's best punch, but today they were the ones who delivered the knockout. Iron sharpens iron, and you just know a Big Ten matchup like this is going to go a long way in telling the story of each of these teams' seasons.
Yeah, how about that? Sounds as if they had a good ball game there. Kevin, thanks for the update. Beautifully thrown ball. Terrific catch, and they'll have the first down. They had the perfect play to open the drive, and now they'll snap it again from the 38. To the air on first down. Bringing the heat. And he was hit just as he released it, and it falls to the turf.
And this is a tough time for this offense because you're in passing mode. You're in comeback mode, and what is that? The defense knows that. Like, they're pinning their ears back. They're coming after the quarterback, and you've already struggled protecting your guy today and creating those explosive plays. This offense is going to have to buckle up and really protect their guy up front.
The defense uses a timeout, and we are down to 11 seconds left to play. They've got a good chunk of ground to cover on 3rd and long from the 41. From the gun, wants to pass. The pass falls incomplete, and there are 8 seconds left. The Razorbacks send out the punt unit. He'll take it on the return. They bring him down. Strong effort by the coverage team, and that's how they'll put a period on this one. There is joy all across the bayou as LSU takes down Arkansas in the battle for the Golden Boot. Thanks so much for spending some time with us. For David Pollack and Jesse Palmer, I'm Reese Davis, and this is